Hello everyone, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about preparing for AEP. It's June as the recording of this video, mid-June, and many of the carriers are coming out with when they're going to start scheduling their certifications. The AEP comes out in about a week. The ACA released their training for 2023, which is odd because that certifies us for this year, which we've already done. So I'm working on that now. And we also need to get our leads correct, right? We need to make sure we've got enough leads, or at least something cooking, so that we have a stream of prospects, clients, renewals to talk to during the annual election period. So how can you best prepare? Well, for myself, what I usually do now is make sure that I take all my certifications. So I get the certifications done right off the bat, because I don't want to be thinking about them. That takes up mental energy for me. So if I can just get everything done, learn everything as soon as it comes out, then I don't think about it. Another way that I do, at least as far as saving mental energy when going into AEP, is I have my plan, what I'm going to do to get clients. Every year, I send out a letter to all my clients that I print out and mail to them individually. That letter just talks about how the AEP, annual election period, or open enrollment period, means that you get to make a change. And usually, I give them certain questions to think about why they want to change and what things that they might be looking forward to or not looking forward to, if it's like a surgery or something, for next year. And what that would do is that'll prompt them to think about their plan and what they've paid for, if they're worried about cost, and also alert me to look for plans that they want that might have services that are less expensive for them, or maybe they change to a doctor, or they want to go to a neurologist or something, and they're looking to make sure that this new plan has this new neurologist that they want to see in network, right? So there's lots of things that they can think about, but all of those things are unknown to me. So thinking about them now wastes mental energy. What I can do is have a letter that's pretty much templated. I just change the introduction every year, and I might change a couple things that are kind of trending in the plans, like if there's really good dental in the plans for next year, I'll put that. And that letter usually goes out in the early part of September so that they receive it in the middle to ending part of September. That's templated already, working backwards from October, right? And then for now, in between taking certifications and pretty much thinking about that or sending out that letter, I will build leads by buying mailers to send out. I send out things that are kind of more patriotic. So like 4th of July, I'll send out kind of a mass postcard from usually one of the insurance carriers about how, it's 4th of July, Happy Independence Day, hope you're enjoying your independent retirement, and then, signed your Medicare advisor. So just to let them remember, oh yeah, Matt is there. For newer agents who don't have a client base to send out, you can always send out these types of things to people who are aging in or over 7 or over 65, just to let them know that you are in the neighborhood and that you will be more than happy to schedule a call. You can add that to the bottom of your postcard mailer if you want, or you can create your own mailer, right? Canva or Vistaprints, they all have templates that you can use to print out actually and then send out. It does take a lot more work on your part, but let's be honest, when you are new and starting, all you got is time, because you don't got clients to serve, and what do you know, you don't have a whole lot of stuff going on anyway, especially if you're looking to make leads. If you're sitting at a kiosk 8 hours a day because you're trying to get leads that way, that's how you're going to maximize your skills, is be skillful at the kiosk. Personally, I've done kiosks in the past, and they haven't worked all that great for me as far as return on time. But That doesn't mean they're not worth it. Like I said, if you got all the time in the world, do the kiosk. If you can be at one or two locations the same time every week, you see the same people again and again. Sometimes that can build your reputation to be in that area. And if you can go there earlier, that means before AEP starts, they know that you are there to build or help them even when you can't sell them. And that goes a very long way because it builds, I call it brand, but it builds your personal reputation, your personal brand with the people who often visit whichever place you're setting the kiosk at. So that's something you can do. Energy. Remember I said I don't like stuff wasting my mental energy. So if you think about it, your mental energy and your time are pretty much the most valuable resources you have, especially during AEP when you need to figure out how to manage your time. So if you can manage your time now, when it gets busier, it's easier, okay? Because you don't want to throw everything out the window, all the practices you built when AEP starts. That's another thing. If you are going to the gym now and you are exercising now, or you have special family time now, take careful consideration. I know AEP is only a short time, but be careful at cutting those things out at the expense of AEP. Because AEP, while yes, it only comes once a year, if you burn out before AEP ends, there could be other agents who pick up your clients at the end of the AEP because, for one, maybe you're not there anymore at the location, or you're having a bad day and you can't sell because, I don't know, you have had a dispute with your wife or your husband, kids thing you missed and you feel guilty about it, or you're slacking off at the gym and you don't feel up to your regular standards because you're like, how could I have done this? Then it starts taking away your mental energy, right? So for me, I recently started going to the gym. I don't plan on cutting that out. If anything, for me, I would just wake up earlier or do something different, rescheduling it to maybe doing it on the weekends, going to the gym on the weekends, or something to that matter. Because I like consistency. I am very, you could call it structured in, if something changes in my day is ruined. So I like to have things planned out, and I like to be efficient in everything that I do. So I would say for everyone out there who is thinking about, for lack of a better term, like focusing and saving up all their energy to go, just crazy during AEP, that's not a good idea. Structure everything now so that you have enough leads, you have enough prospects, or you have enough time where you know kind of what you're doing or what you're going to do before AEP, so that when AEP comes, you are just doing sales, right? Or reviews. Reviews are important, but many times, and I'm being 100% transparent here, about 95% of my clients do not want to change their plan. They like it the way it is. They fear changing. Okay, and for me, if I change them when they are fearful and they just don't really care about the extra benefits that they're going to get, they want to have the same customer service card number, the same card look, the same insurance plan name. If you change them and they have one problem, they will lose trust in you forever. Okay? I've had this happen to me many times where it's like, hey, you can save $50 a month by switching to this plan. These are the things that are going to go up. But if you stay healthy and you think that that's a good deal, you should change. And then the thing that they don't think is going to happen happens, and they're like, I should have stayed in the more expensive plan because now I'm paying more for my hospitalization. And all you can do is slap yourself because, oh yeah, that's what I told them to do. And they agreed, but it's still my fault. I'm the professional. So you have to make them make their own decisions, and many times that's going to be staying. Most people stay, which is really bad for new agents because where you're going to get your clients. The age-in people, they're heavily targeted. Most people who have a plan and a good agent, they will stay with that plan and that good agent. So try and just build your reputation. There are probably more bad apples than good ones as far as agents go. So if you plan on doing Medicare and health insurance as your primary gig, like I do, then many times by talking to people and being more authoritative, having more credibility, having more professionalism, having all those things can kind of pull them away from their less responsive, less caring even Medicare agent. And that can be really good because I've had clients who I've had to turn away because I say, no, your plan is good. Even though you might like me and you don't even know who your old agent is, I am not going to change your plan just so that I can get paid. I know many of you agents who watch this for a long time are going to be like, well, why would you do that? Like I said, people don't like change, and if you change them and they don't like you, they are going to think what I just said. I'm moving you just to get paid, right? Especially if objectively, subjectively, and in the client's mind, they should stay on this plan, I ain't going to move them. I've probably lost over 100 sales that way, but that's okay. In the long term, I'll be okay. So, what else can you do in closing? Be proactive. Get a schedule, and don't forget to enjoy your life or things that you enjoy now. Because, hey, you never know what's going to happen during AEP either. And I would really hate it if people lost their loved ones or family members due to being too busy for them during this time. I know it's meant to be, for us anyway, it's like game time, but even during game time you have to think, okay, because those things will weigh on you. If you're in AEP and you're worried about, you're mad because you're having issues at home or family, or you're neglecting other pieces of your life that are important to you, those things will weigh on you. So I hope that helps. You have a great rest of the day. Do good things, and I'll see you in the next video.